Nezuko-chan! Hey everybody, Kimetsu here, and welcome to my review of the Figma Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Nezuko, and this is an absolutely stupendous figure. But before we talk about the figure, I do want to talk about the box because it is a very pretty box, and I have already unboxed this figure because I could not contain myself when I got it. So here is the packaging. We have a beautiful picture of Nezuko right there. It says Nezuko Kamado DX Edition. This is the DX Edition, which comes with a bunch of extra stuff right here. You have at the top here, Max Factory Figma Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba on the top, Figma action figure on the side, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Figma Max Factory on the back of the box. There's a ton of product shots right there. You have some really cool shots of her with the Figma Tanjiro right there, which I might get at some point in the future. And on this side, you have a really cool image of the figure in a walking motion right there. And then this is actually a sleeve, which you can remove just like that. And there you have the open box packaging right there, the window packaging right there, Nezuko Kamado DX Edition, Aniplex sticker right there, Figma DX Max Factory. On the side, there's a nice picture of Nezuko, and on the back, we get some more shots of the product. Very pretty box. I actually really like this, and yeah, I mean, I just like this sleeve, man. It's very cool. So there you go. And now, let's talk about Nezuko-chan! Now, I am, in love with this figure. This figure is absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if it's quite as good as the Rem Figma that I have, but, it is very good. So let's get in here close on the details. So getting up near close on Nezuko's face, it is a near perfect Nezuko. You can see you have the, bamboo muzzle right there, which looks absolutely beautiful, and the bright pink eyes as well. Absolutely beautiful. Little ribbon in her hair right there. Very nice. They did the hair so well. She has the orange highlights at the tip of her hair, obviously essential to Nezuko's design right there, but it looks amazing. And on the back there, you can see it goes all around right there, and these pieces are actually on joints right here, so you can actually pose these around, maybe get some wind poses right there. Really amazing. The articulation on this figure is absolutely exceptional. Overall, the figure is just absolutely exceptional. But yes, I absolutely love the face. Moving down to her dress, her kimono right there, you can see you have that little bit right there. Very well painted. You get the red, the orange, and the green right there, all very nicely picked out in paint. The whole dress, the whole kimono is all texture. You can see the texture down here in the dress right there is all textured. It's very, very, very nice. The arms right there looking beautiful. There's that little joint right there, but honestly, it does not look too bad in my opinion. I do think it looks very good overall. Yeah, the whole jacket piece right there, or the robe, whatever, looks very, very nice. And they actually added some really nice bits of articulation on the robe here. You can see the robes are actually on this little joint right here, which lets you flare them out a little bit like that, which is really, really, really great. I love that, and that is, of course, on both sides. You get a ton of articulation right there, and a ton of posability with the figure right there. This piece right here does just kind of move around. It just kind of floats there, but not a huge deal because it does do its job pretty well, but I did want to point that out real quick. But yeah, there you go. Very, very beautiful overall. And then moving down to her legs there, you have this detail right there, which I always really liked about her character design. These kind of these leg things right there. I'm not really sure what they'd be called, but they look very, very cool, and I do like the sandals as well. You can see the pink for the sandal bit right there. Really love it, man. She looks absolutely fantastic. Now, this being a Figma, of course, you get the Figma stand. However, I will say that Nezuko actually stands up very nice on her own. She really does not need the stand. So if you guys would prefer not to use the stand, she does stand up very nice on her own. But there are some advantages of using the stand. So I'm going to sit her back here, and I'm going to get this stand already here. So you can take the adapter, plug it in right there, and then you can plug the arm into the stand right there. And there you have the stand for Nezuko. And the where it goes is it goes into this peg hole right in the back, just like that, and then you can just plug it in to that peg hole right there, just like that, and then have her on the stand right there. I will say this stand does not do the best job of holding her up. She does kind of fall right off of it, so that is a issue with this Figma in particular, but overall, I do really like it. And once again, the fact that she doesn't really need the stand, because she actually stands up pretty well on her own, because this figure is actually a bit bigger than I'm used to with Figmas. This is actually a pretty decent sized Figma. Yeah, overall, I really, really do love it. But the stand, of course, is included with the figure, of course, it being a Figma. And, yeah, very, very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and move those aside. And we're going to bring her back in. We're going to plug her back in because now we have to go over her accessories. And we get a ton of accessories with this figure. So let's get into this. Now, do keep in mind, I do have the DX edition. So if you get the standard edition, a couple of these accessories are not going to be included. I will try and point out which ones I think do not come included with the standard one, but I don't fully know, so I could get this wrong. But first up, you get some alternate faces, and first up, you get a mean, angry Nezuko face, so she can, yeah, she can be angry. She is pissed about something. Someone is messing with Tanjiro, and she is not happy. But yeah, very nice face right here, and the way you can change the faces out is you can just pop the face off right there. I will say, I saw a couple early reviews where people were saying that the face just pops right off, but on mine, I must have got really lucky because the face stays on absolutely perfectly for me, and the only way it comes off is if I take it off just like that. So that is a really good thing, and I'm really glad I got that because I was a little bit worried about that. But you can take the face off right there, and if you want to, all of the bamboo muzzles on these faces are actually separate pieces, and you can remove them. So you can take the bamboo muzzle off of the mouth right there, untab it just untabs, and then you can get a non-bamboo muzzled Nezuko right there. So yes, you can do that, and you do get 2 more with these faces right there, and both of them can be removed, which I will show, but yes, you can take this off, and we'll go ahead and show the angry face next. So you can take this, you can plug that in there, and we can have an angry Nezuko right there. She is pissed about something, she's taking on Rui or something like that, and it looks absolutely amazing. I really, really love the way that this looks right there. Yeah, very, very cool. And of course, you can take it and you can take the bamboo muzzle off, just like so. And then you can put it back on her, and now she can be Nezuko from the very first episode of the show when she's like, rawr, 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 rawr. I have no idea why, but I found that so unbelievably adorable. I really did. That was so fucking cute. Maybe it's just because it's Nezuko, and Nezuko is always adorable. But yeah, very cool right there that you can take the bamboo muzzle off right there. And the final face you get is a very funny one. You get the, I have no idea what the fucking thing, because Zenitsu's being a fucking weirdo right now. That's this face right here. Really cute, man. This is really cute. So you can plug that on right there. Although this one has a hard time actually tabbing into the hair right there, but there we go. And then you can just tab this on just like that, and now she can be at an utter loss for words of how weird and creepy Zenitsu is. So yeah, very, very cute. I really like that accessory. That is absolutely adorable. And if you want to, of course, just like the other two, you can, of course, take the bamboo muzzle off, unless is it actually permanently on this one? Actually, I think it's permanently on this one. I don't think it actually comes off of this one, but that's okay because I'm pretty sure we never even saw her have this face without the bamboo muzzle. So yeah, very, very cute. Overall, I really, really like all the faces. I think I'm probably going to, well, actually, I'm not even gonna say which one I'm gonna keep her on, because I have been because I change my Figmas all the time. I'm constantly changing up my Figmas, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the standard face back on with the bamboo muzzle, because that is just the iconic Nezuko that we all know and love. So there we go. There we have that. The faces are a huge, awesome accessory, though. I really, really love them. Next up, of course, being a Figma, you get a ton of optional hands right here. Very, very nice. You get some gripping hands right there, even though she doesn't really have anything to grip, but you do get some right there, some relaxed hands, which are pretty good, some fist hands, and you get some claw hands right there, and you also get one extra hand on top of all the ones you get with the sprue. You get a blood demon art hand, which is very, very cool, so you get some really cool blood demon art poses right there, and these actually switch out a lot easier than they did on my Rem Figma. You can actually just pop these right off of there, and they come off very easily, and then you can plug on whichever hand you want to right there, and she can be using her explosive blood demon art right there, which is very, very cool. I really, really love that about this figure. And of course, this being a Figma, if you lose one of the hinge points, you do get an extra one right there, which is absolutely beautiful. So you can plug that in right there, and that will give you an extra one right there, which is absolutely lovely. Thank you very much, Figma. You guys are always thinking of the customer, and I very much appreciate it. So there you go. You get that. The next accessory you get is you get these alternate kimono pieces right here, and these are here to allow you to get some more dynamic action poses. And for this, I'm gonna go ahead and switch her head back to the angry face, so we can get some pretty awesome and dynamic Nezuko poses right there, which I've been able to get quite a bit of. So we're gonna go ahead and give her this, because this is obviously the face she's gonna have when she's using these poses. But what you're gonna do to get these on is you're just going to untab these. Now you do not have to use both of them. They are separate, so you can use them independently. But what you do is you can just take these pieces right here, and you just want to kind of grab her in a bit of a weird way, but you're just going to pull these right off. They just kind of pull off of those peg pieces right there, and that's going to kind of leave her a little bit exposed, but we're going to fix that right up, because you get these little pieces right here, and these pieces right here take out of here, and these are just little fillers right here. I'm not really sure why they needed to put these in here, but I do appreciate it, because I don't know, I guess they were just thinking that maybe you don't want to get anything stuck in there, so you get these little pieces that you can put in there just to protect them like that, which is very nice. And then you can take these and you can plug these in right there. And I have been able to use these to get some really awesome poses right there. And there you go. And there you have that right there. Make sure it is actually plugged in place right there. So there you go. And there you have the more dynamic out like that. So you can see this one is a far more, no. This one is a far more relaxed version, and this one is kind of flared out to the side right there. And then you get the other side as well, which I actually have not put on yet. So this will be my first time putting this one on, but you can just take this and you can untab this from there, just pull it out just like that. And then we can take this one right here, take out this section right here and plug that in right there. Just like that, and we can set these off to the side, and then we can plug this in to that section just like that, and that will give her some more options for her dynamic poses like that. And that allows you to get some really cool dynamic poses right there. You can see how they kind of flare out in as opposed to these ones, which are very much relaxed. Now these also move out pretty well, so you can still get some pretty good poses if you leave these ones on, but these just allow you to get some more dynamic poses, which is really cool. I've been able to use these to get a lot of really great poses out of her. And of course her hair is also on hinges, so you can definitely get some pretty cool like hair poses as well. You can get that all going. You can get some really good stuff. Like the posability with this figure is absolutely outstanding. It really is. It's a beautiful and amazing Figma right there. And I love that they added these hinges on the robe right here, because that also lets you get some pretty awesome like dynamic poses as well. So there you go. There you have those accessories right there. Very cool in my opinion. Also, I want to show that the engineering here is absolutely insane. The way that this piece is, like, look at that shit. That is pretty nutso right there. That is pretty nutso. Although I really wish that this piece wasn't so fiddly. I think I might even try and get some super glue in there and just get that tucked up all the way to the top there. I don't want to super glue anything in place, but I do want to get that maybe just so that it will stay right there. Or honestly, I might just be able to just just put a little dab right there and then just connect it to there. I don't know. I might do that, but I might not as well. But I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that is some pretty crazy engineering right there. But getting her back into her standard form right here, I want to go over the rest of the accessories. And the next thing you get is you get this really cool little additional piece right here. And this actually allows you to get a fun little display right here, where you get this little thing and you can stick this in right here and you get this little arm thing here. And then this is actually going to clip onto the stand right here. So you clip that in right there, and that will let you get some a fun little display where you can see you have some like stars behind her right there, which is something that was in the show a couple of times when she was being all adorable. You can see like stars appear behind her like that. So you can kind of get that, and you can kind of recreate that. Son of a bitch, man. So there you go. You can see you have that display option right there, which is very cool. You can kind of see how you like the stars appear behind her, which is kind of fun. And this is actually on 2 ball joints at the base and right here as well. So you can get this and you can pose this around in a number of different ways right there. So that is a very fun accessory to throw in there as well. And the final accessory you get with this is kind of an add-on for the Figma Tanjiro, which I currently do not have, but I might get in the future. You get the box, which is very cool. And the Tanjiro actually comes with a little Nezuko that you're able to put in the box. You can see there's a little tab right there that you can put the Nezuko in if you have the Tanjiro right there, and then you can close it up and you can have a Nezuko in a box right there. So yeah, it's pretty awesome right there. But of course this comes with Nezuko, and if you want to, for the display, you could just kind of have this like open up and like falling over on the side there, just like behind Nezuko right there. And that's a pretty cool display option as well. So I really like that as well. And that is the final accessory that comes with the Figma Nezuko. Very nice in my opinion. I dig all of the accessories very much. Now for some comparisons with some other Figmas. Here she is with the ReZero Rem Figma and the Kill la Kill Ryuko Figma right there. So you can see how she scales with some other Figmas. And in my opinion, she is actually a very, much bigger Figma. You can see she is actually quite a bit bigger, and she does actually feel a little heavier as well than these 2 Figmas as well, which is very, very nice right here. So yeah, there you go. There is how she scales and looks with some other Figmas. There you go. Very nice. And here she also is with my Kimetsu no Yaiba Blu-ray right there. So you can see how that scales. But there you have it, your comparisons. Alrighty, y'all, getting into my final thoughts on the Figma Nezuko Kamado. I absolutely love this figure. I think this is an amazing Figma. If you love Nezuko, if you love Demon Slayer, I can highly, highly, highly recommend this figure. And the DX version comes with so many amazing accessories, so much fun to be had. The posability is fantastic. Everything about this figure is honestly fantastic. I've been having a ton of fun posing her around, and it's such a perfect depiction of Nezuko from Demon Slayer. I love it. I absolutely love it. I struggle to give it an S tier because it is a bit of a fiddly figure to mess with. I will say that because of the engineering in the torso right here. So it is a little bit fiddly, and also the stand does not do a great job of holding it. It does kind of come right off of the stand, so I will say the fiddle factor is a little bit more there with this figure compared to some of my other Figmas, but overall, I absolutely love this figure, and I absolutely give it my recommendation. It's a beautiful figure, and I love it. I really do, and I would definitely love to get the Tanjiro to go with it, so I might get that in the future, but I'm going to go ahead and hit this figure with an S-. I think it's a very nice figure. Besides being a little bit fiddly, the posability is fantastic, the quality is fantastic, the look is fantastic. This is an amazing Figma in my opinion. I highly, highly recommend the Figma Nezuko Kamado. So there you have it, everybody. That has been my review of the Figma Nezuko Kamado. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you love this figure? Or if you have this figure, do you actually not love it? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is the Guillotine, signing out.